we're going to use the information that we just talked about to graph this function, x minus 2, x plus 2. So there's some information we're going to pull from this. The first thing is the degree. If we were to multiply this all out, we would have an x squared term, so it is degree 2. Now, we're not going to multiply it all out. There's no reason to. That is definitely an even degree. So we'll come back to that. The maximum number of turning points it has is 1. Remember, it's 1 less than the degree. So we could have at most 1 relative minimum or relative maximum. The zeros, we can find those right here. It's the opposite of those numbers. So it's 2 and negative 2. And then we want to think about the end behavior. So think about what's happening to the left and what's happening to the right. Now, this is an even degree, and it has a positive leading coefficient. If you were to multiply this out, it would be positive x squared. And so we don't actually need to multiply it all out. Since it has a positive leading coefficient, that means they're both going to go up. So the left is going up and the right's going up. Okay, so now let's put this all on the graph. So the first thing we want to put in are the zeros at negative 2 and 2. Then we want to talk about the end behavior. We know that to the left it's going up and to the right it's going up. And we know that in between these two, it can only have one turning point or one relative minimum or maximum. So it's just down here somewhere, and that's what the graph looks like. All right, let's try this with another function. On number 2, oh, I didn't mean to do that. If we were to multiply this whole thing out, we would have an x cubed, so it would be degree 3, which of course is an odd function. The most turning points or relative minimums or maximums it can have is 2. The zeros, those just come from here. It's negative 1, negative 5, and 2. My dog is in here making noise. The end behavior, we want to look at the left and the right hand end behavior. This is an odd function, and it's a positive leading coefficient, which means that the left is going to be down and the right is going to be up. So now we're going to put those things in our graph. So we have a 0 at negative 5 and negative 1 and 2. And we know that the left side, left end behavior is down and the right end behavior is up. So we know at the extreme left and right what's happening. And then we just have 2 turning points left. At most we can have 2 turning points. So it looks like it's going to come up and turn and hit that point and then go down and turn and hit that. And we can double check that by plugging in points into this. Like if you wanted to plug in, let's say negative 2, that would give you a negative, positive negative, which would be a positive number. And then you could plug in something like 1, and that would give you a positive, negative. Okay, so that tells you for sure which direction it is. Okay, we'll take a look at the next problems in the next video.